Good evening, everyone. So before we start, as always, let's just do a quick sound check. It's all good my end. The meters are bouncing up and down like they should be. I haven't touched anything since yesterday, so everything should be okay. I didn't know what to start off with today. I was going to play some games first and then crack on with the ATIC ATAC game, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to get on with the basic first, and when I get bored, then we can look at some games perhaps. I have done a bit to this today, and I will show you what I've done. Not a great deal, but I have done a little bit of programming on this. So we've called it Basic Basement. That might change. We may change that. Who knows? Okay, we just needed a name, something to put up on the intro screen. So I'm open to ideas if you don't like the Basic Basement. Someone did say in the comments earlier today that maybe it should be called Compiled Basement because obviously we're going to compile it. Yeah, okay. I mean, the idea was to do this in pure basic and that would be it. So I'm tempted to do a basic version, which is what we're working on, and then do the compiled version so we can add more into it and so forth. So maybe two versions, basic version and a compiled version. I don't know how we're going to do it. But it's one of those games where we're just kind of making it up as we go, to be fair. Looking at the intro screen at the moment, we've got Kempstone joystick there. We haven't added that in yet, so that's still got to be done. Let me know if you're okay with the graphics we've used for the new characters, the Wine Wizard and the Drunken Mess. We can always change them. I did think about animating them on the actual intro screen so they're moving as the intro screen is displayed. I thought that might look pretty cool. So, but that's a job for another day. Anyway, it's now 8 o'clock. So hello, welcome to the Animated Alex YouTube channel, where I try my best to do ZX Spectrum or Sinclair Basic, I should say. And we are making the game Basic Basement, as it's called at the moment. And it's inspired by the classic game ATIC ATAC. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and all that good stuff that goes with it. So anyway, let's have a look where we're at. I want to give a big shout out first to Will Coty, who's in the chat room tonight by the looks of it, because he has, and you'll see it now, improved the green border. Look how quick that went up then. One more time. Ready? Go. Bang, up. Now he sent me some code on YouTube. Basically, we've got rid of all the curves. So if we look at the code very quickly, list 600. I think that's where it is. I'm trying to remember. There it is, 660. List 660. Just to show you the difference. That is the original version. So let me take that off. Let me rem his version off. And you'll see the difference. So that was my version. Yeah. Pretty slow, huh? So we'll open his back up and rem mine out. In fact, we can get rid of line 660. I just thought I'd keep it in there just to demonstrate how more efficient the code is without putting those three numbers in to create a curve. There you go, instant. And you'll notice as well, I've got rid of the word score and I've got artifact there. Okay, artifact. That's how you pronounce it. It wouldn't quite fit inside the green border there. I'm not saying that that word is going to stay in there. I just needed something to put up there. Okay, I quite like that actually. I don't know what it is about it, but I think it looks all right. If you disagree, let me know. We'll get rid of it and we'll put something else. I can't see why we need a score, the word score in this game. We're not actually scoring anything. We're trying to find parts. And I shall show you what I have done. So let's have a quick walk through the game just to refresh our memories. I'm playing the Wine Wizard. Now there was a problem last night with the enemy, the nasty, doing all sorts of weird stuff when it hit us because we were trying to make it respawn. I think I left it as we moved that. You'll notice as well I've moved the mushroom slightly over to the door. This mushroom here I've moved because if you died, you were respawning right on top of the mushroom and dying straight away again. So I've just moved it over slightly to stop that from happening. Yeah, I can't remember what the state of play was with the nasty, with its respawn problem. I don't know whether we sorted it or what. I'll have to have a look later. But at the moment, if we hit a nasty, we just get respawned back into the doorway, basically. So we go down the trapdoor. Watch our little bird there. So we've got a locked door. We collect the key, which is in here. Chugging along. We'll get there in the end. There we go. And of course, obviously we have left that 4-door room, so the quickest way to go is just to go back on yourself. I shall have a look in the comments in a minute and just say hello to everyone. Just give me 5 minutes just to get to that locked door again. Bastard. Excuse my language. There might be a lot of that going on tonight if I get frustrated with this. Right, just get past him. Down the trapdoor. Right, so now I've got to get to the locked door. Through the door. And there's part of our artifact. Collect that. There it is. Okay, so what I have done today, the key routine where we're collecting the keys, I decided in my ultimate wisdom to create a key changes array. So I have put all the key changes, so every time you get a key, I've put it in a 2-dimensional array. And you'll see there's loads of zeros there because I haven't put the coordinates in of where the new key, which room it's going to be in, where we've got to stand to open a door and what have you. I've only filled in the last parts because that is where it prints the artifact up onto the right hand screen where you just saw it print part of it up. So that is what I've done today. So obviously I've got to work out now where I want the next key to be, what room I want it to be in, and like I just said. So basically I've got 4 rows and 9 columns. And what that has allowed me to do is prevent me adding any more information into the gaming loop. Because if we look at list 150, so 150 down to 180, that's all to do with the key, basically, when we find a key. So I was trying to prevent from putting too much into the gaming loop. I don't really want all that in there still. I'm still working on it, trying to figure out how I can slim that down a bit. So that is what I did today. And apart from obviously improving the green border that Will sent the green the the code for the new draw commands. So what's happened now is if we go to line where is it, 925 I think it was. So when we collect a part, you'll see there that it prints that part of the artifact, or that shield, or whatever we're calling it. It just chucks it up onto our scoreboard, if you want to call it that, puts it up there, so we now have it. And then it resets everything. I've even brought the wine glass back into play. Let GL, that's our wine glass. So when that's won, it will now appear back on the screen, so we can recharge our bottle if need be, just by finding that glass again. I might include that into the two-dimensional array as well, to place it into different rooms perhaps, so it's not always in the same room. And I've put let key equal 0, so it resets the key, so the key is now available. And I've put let k equal k plus 1. That's moving on to the second part of the two-dimensional array. The second part being line 1725. So if I had gone to room 0, which is the very start of the game, the key actually does appear in there now, so I know it's working. So that's where we're at. Anyway, let's have a quick look in the chat room so I can see who's in tonight and say hello to everyone. 20 people watching. Nice of you to join the stream. Let me scroll up a bit. Let me see who's here. So you're all congratulating Coyote for doing the draw. He did say he was going to have a look at the table. Let me just pull that up for you. Where is the table? Because he said he might be able to improve the speed of that drawing up as well. Let me just find it. I think it's up here somewhere. Top door, top door. Here we go. So there's the clock. There's the table. Okay, so I'll leave that up on the screen so you, I don't know whether you want to jot that down. But there you go. Line 840 basically is where I've used the 3 numbers in a draw statement to create the curve of the leg of the table. So you did mention you might be able to do something with that. It's up to you. I mean, the table doesn't actually take that long to appear, to be fair. And on the clock, I haven't used any of that anyway, so we're okay, apart from the circle, obviously. But it's a very small circle. It doesn't take that long to pop up on the screen, so I'm not too worried about that either. Anyway, where are we? So yeah, nice job, Cody. Thanks again. The old one looks like the first series of the ITV program catchphrase drawing on the screen. I plan to save that also, just to isolate code. Brilliant. How did you optimize the draw? Looks good with all different baddies. Yeah. Just scanning through the chat. So Cody's just confirming that he threw out the arch in the drawing and replaced them basically with straight lines rather than using the arch effect with the 3 numbers in a draw. Busy reading. If I go quiet, it's because I'm usually busy reading your work, your comments. Nice one, Alex. Thank you. And right, okay. So right, okay. Thank you to not Mark, who has said if this game had appeared in a magazine as a type-in back in the day, you would have been a superstar and given your own column in the magazine. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to be big-headed here and boast. I actually featured in, where is it? Last month's Retro Gamer magazine, November's issue. I actually got a 2-page spread of my basic programming. So something to be proud of for myself. First time I've ever been in a magazine, and it featured a couple of pictures of the games I've made and a little bit of an interview with me. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. So I actually made it into a magazine. So there you go. There is life still in the basic programming. You can still make yourself famous, I would say, but I don't think I'll ever be famous doing this. I don't really want to be famous. I do this for the love of it. It's my hobby, and yeah, why not? Yes, what's happening is, Sierra, you put there, should the artifact pieces appear separate on the scroll, then when collected, then move into one whole shield when the past piece is collected. What I've actually done, I've written the program so when we now get so at the moment we've collected the left hand top piece. When we collect the right hand top piece, that will print beside it. And then when we collect the bottom left, it will print bottom left of the shield. And then, so it basically just completes the shield. That's how I've done it anyway. So what I was thinking about, obviously I've done the 3-dimensional array, the 2-dimensional array, sorry. I've done the 2-dimensional array. I now need to fill all them zeros in. Need to decide where I'm going to put the next key, where it's going to be, what room it's going to be in. Now I did label this this live stream. What did I label it? Changes or something, wasn't it? Changes to be made or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, something along those lines. What I was thinking was, if I just run the program quickly, and I'm going to be the drunken mess with his shaky hips. I'm going to get to, I'm going to cheat a bit. Hang on, let me just go down. I'm going to cheat because it takes too bloody long to get there, especially when we're making the game. Let R equal 5, continue. So those are my room numbers. So now if I go through there, the trapdoor will appear. Just saves me walking all the way around. I'm just going to push the brake. Now, what I was this is the change that I was thinking of doing. You see, we've got one locked door. Now, my vision today, been thinking about this, as sad as it is, thinking about it all day. I need to get out more. I need to get a life. But I'm thinking maybe all of these doors should be locked now. Every single one should be locked. And there should be a trapdoor in there as well. So the only way out of that room, if you've forgotten to get a key, you have to go through the trapdoor. And then we place the keys round. We place one key randomly in one of the rooms. You have to collect that key. You can only hold one key at a time. So once you've got the piece of artifact, the key is then reset and another key is printed somewhere else in the game. But you need to find that key to open the room. I mean, at the moment, obviously, if I go... I don't know if you've seen the death scene as well. For those who've just joined, I'll just show you that very quickly. Because we did that last night as well. So now when we die, we get a little gravestone flash up on the right hand side, look. So yeah, at the moment the key is only in that room. Now I'm thinking the artifact should be in that room. and we've had to find the key to get into that room to get the artifact. And I'm thinking maybe plaster that room in lots of mushrooms, which you've got to guide your way through to get to the key. Not the key, be the artifact, sorry. So you've got mushrooms in the way to get the key. To get the piece of shield, the artifact, and then when you go back out of that room, obviously you're not in the 4-door room, you don't know where you are. What I want to try and do is confuse the player, basically, throw him off his bearings so he thinks, where the hell am I now? You know, because it's randomly throwing us into a room, if you know what I mean. It's not taking us back where we're expecting to be, just to make the game a little bit more complicated. I did think about moving that mushroom as well. Maybe I should put it there, so it's near the doorways. But who knows? Who cares? At this stage of the game, it could stay there. So yeah, that was the idea, was to have all of them doors locked. And when you unlock a door, I'm thinking it should just relock. So when you go back into that 4-door room, if you haven't remembered which door it was, you've just got to keep going until you find which, you know, what door that key opens. Just relock the door perhaps, or do we leave it open? And I'm thinking, because it is a room, a mystery room where there's 4 doors, they should always be locked. We could play tricks with the player. We could put a random thing in there that it's not always the same door that's going to unlock. You don't know which one it's going to be. We just do a random call, you know, on a random 1 times 4, and you've got to figure out which door it is. And if there's a nasty in there, obviously it's going to try and get you. I've got all these ideas in my head. It's just trying to get them onto the screen. Right, let me have a look in the chat. Rainbow Animated Owl. All you need now is a Ferrari. I had pokes and multi-face cheats in your Sinclair. Well done. Nice one, Bootlegger. I'm not surprised, because you are a brilliant programmer, I must admit. I had a look at some of your stuff today on Itch. Pretty good stuff. By the way, check out Bootlegger's stuff on Itch if you get a chance. Sounds like a plan, Alex. I like the idea of having all or most of the doors locked. It will engage the player's attention for much longer. In ATIC, there were different coloured keys. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. And make sure no baddies are in that room with if R equals 6 then baddie equals 0. Yeah. Yeah, interesting you said about the coloured keys. I was thinking about that today. And yeah, you see, at the moment with the code, it resets. The way I programmed it, we're using the variable key 1. So if it's key 1, the key appears. And then obviously as we move on, we got the variable changes until it gets to key 4, because we've let go of the key. A bit complicated now to try and explain it all, but to add coloured keys in, we could do it. So a certain key will only open a certain coloured door. Whatever way, it's going to work, because I'll make sure it works. Now, the other idea I had is when we get into that room 4, I want to put that jagged room that I showed you yesterday at the bottom, and then I want to lock that bottom door. But to do that, I need to put that jagged room into the program first. So that is my plan, to do that now. And unfortunately, to do that, no, I don't. I can unplug that one. Hopefully I won't lose you. I can plug that one into there. I'm just going to pull up the code for that. and then I'll put that into the program. What I'll do is I'll split the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to find where I've put it. There it is. Let me just get it up on the screen. Right. Okay, bear with me. I'm just okay. Right, there we go. There is the idea I had for... Oh, it's disappeared. There we go. There is the idea I had for maybe perhaps like a dungeon room or something. And that is what I want to put into the program now for the bottom room. Just to make the game look a little bit different, so we're not always looking at a Scion room. That is my idea. Now, whether I do all that in Scion or leave it... I quite like it in the magenta. I'm going to keep the door probably the same colour as what you see there as well. I kind of like it. I think it should all be the same colour. So that is what I want to put into the program now. So when you're in that 4-door room and you go into the bottom door, bang, you're in there. Now whether the key will be in there or the artifact that we're collecting, that is yet to be decided. But I need to put these other rooms in first. So that is what I'm going to put in. So I'm going to pull up the code. There's the code for it. Just got to figure out where it starts. So I've run that one out, so it must be from 510 by the looks of it. Yeah, that's your table. Just trying to work out what I've done here. Right, okay, I think that's it there. Yeah, so it's 700. Okay, so that's the shape that I'm going to draw now. So let me bring the screen back over. Just check my other laptop, make sure I've centered that up. Yeah, that looks about right, doesn't it? Got you back in the center. Right, okay. Sorry, I was just reading the comments. List RM, now that's not my room. I'm sure I labelled it as room. I'm sure I did, but list 715. I did label it as room. List RM. Variable not found. Okay, list 780 then. Right, okay. So I want to find the outer skin of the, which I think is that one. Let's just run that out a minute and see. Yeah, so that's the outer skin. So I'm replacing that one for the next room, which will be room 8. So I'm making a new room and it will be room 8. So I think the best thing to probably do is just put 795. If R equals 8, then, and obviously that top one I shall have to put, if it's less than 8, then print this up. But let's start this first, then plot. So I want ink 3 there. Plot. Bear with me while I just punch all these numbers in. I'll be as quick as I can. -3 minus 15 45 I caught, someone said in the chat room there, quickly caught my eye about the staircase. I'm still would like to do something like that. I'm just trying to work out how we can do it, because obviously we would need to implement the over 1 command, which would mean we'd have no it will mess with the animation of the character. Or do we just turn the animation off when you're in that room so your character isn't actually moving its legs, just so we can have the staircase? Or the other idea I had, and unfortunately we don't have any user-defined graphics left unless I do the a bit of programming where we call up the character set and we introduce some more graphics, which I would have to learn because I've never done it before, but I'm willing to always learn something new. This is quite a hefty piece of draw to put in this. I'm just going to what am I doing? 7, 9. It's quite a big piece of. That's the only problem with this, is it's quite a lot of draw commands just to do that outer skin. I don't need I need draw. It's 3 lines of code. I'm sure it can probably be trimmed down a bit. I'm only planning on doing this the once. I'm not going to do it with any other rooms. This is what we were just going to call the basement or whatever, the cellar. I'm literally just copying down what I just showed you on the screen just to get this in there. I was hoping to have actually put this in before the stream started, but I ran out of time. So unfortunately, you're just going to have to watch me put in all these numbers in. 0 minus 8. Yeah, that's right. And before I push enter, I better change that line number. Otherwise, I'm going to have to write it all out again because I'll copy over it. So I just noticed that I hadn't changed the room number, the line number. 797. Right, the last part. This probably isn't the right way of doing it, but I just want to get it in there for now, and we can always re-look at it after. So I only want this to come up on the screen the once anyway when you go into that room. So I'm not too concerned at this moment in time. The main objective is to get it up on the screen and to get it printing and looking like you're actually in that room. Minus 32, minus 2, draw, minus 9. Oh, get off. Oh, we've got graphics going on and everything there. Ah, what we got? Plus, minus 9, 8. 8, not 6. 8. Can't see the bloody keys. My keys are so badly worn. I wish that specky next would hurry up and turn up so I can have a fresh keyboard to look at. Apparently it's going to be a February delivery now. It was meant to be December, but I think that was a bit optimistic of them anyway. But now they're saying February, so let's see what happens. Oh, you son of a fucking hate it when it does that. It highlights everything. All because the end bit. Don't know why it's doing that. I can fucking stay in there, I think. Still doing it. Oh, it must have been that one. Yeah, it's that one. Always the line above. Ah, oh, you bastard. What was it? 610, 0, minus 8. Oh, you fucker. If this doesn't go this time, I'm just going to leave it highlighted. Bloody thing. Ah, oh, fuck it. I hate it when it does this. Does anybody know why it does that? Bloody annoying. Oh, fuck off. Edit line 797. I don't know. I can't get it to come off. Bloody... does my bloody head in when it does this. It's usually the line above it, isn't it? I know you're saying 797. I just tried that and it didn't work. It's this one here, look, when you get the question marks come up. Son of a bitch. Let me delete all of that bottom line. I want to get rid of it now. See the question marks are coming up. Right, let's start from there. There, gone now, look. Where were we? Draw minus 35. 6. Coyote, I saw you wrote some draw commands down there. What was that for? Was it for everything I've just written out here? Right, okay, it's in there. So then I need to go back to this one and put if R is less than 8, then no, hopefully we should just get the blue come up. Don't know if I put let R equal 8 continue. So if I go out of that door and come back in, will it? Might not. No, I didn't think it would, because we haven't programmed in an R8 yet. So I need to go to my room changes. There we go, room changes. And this is going to be the complicated bit now. From room 6, I need to get to room 7. So list 520. So how did I do it there? So when I was in room 6 there, so that's for going out of that door. So there, room 7. So where does it tell me to go into room 7? Because it would be similar bit of program there. Not that one. Not that one. There it is. So I basically need to copy that and change that R equals 7 to R equal 8. So where can I put it? If I put it at 5, 3, 1, that would just bring that down. 5, 3, 1. So we're in room 6, and it will be the bottom position for the bottom door, which at this moment in time I do not know what it is. So I'm going to have to come back, go sub room, so before it goes subs room, I'm going to have to, no, that's right, file 6. Let R equal 8. So door right. No, hang on a second. Yeah, this is right. I just need to change. That needs to become top door. So that's door right. So mine's going to be door top, because the door would be at the top of that cave thing we've made. I just need to get the coordinates now for where that bottom door will be. So if I quickly put that up there and run it, and let's turn on our little coordinate indicator, which is line 70, list 70. Take that off, run the game. So what we're actually doing now, if you've just joined the stream, I'm trying to put an extra room in, a different style of room, basically, with jagged edges. So I'm going to need that coordinate there for when you enter the room. So it'll be when you've entered the new room, it will be 411. And if we're going into the new room, it will be down 1 from that, so it will be 1611. Yeah, 1611. And then we'll end up at 411. I see people are throwing bits of code up in the comments, so we'll come back to that. Right. So that top one needs to be when we're going in, so it'll be 1611. Now it's go sub into the room there already, so that doesn't make sense. That go sub may have to come after it, because otherwise it's going to end up drawing the room. I think that let R equal 8 is going to have to be there, because then it go subs to the room, look. And then these coordinates here will have to be 411. And get rid of that one. Hopefully that's right. Let's just try it. Let's see what happens. That's all we can do. So let's be Dusty Bin. I'm going to cheat and go let R equal 5 to get us there a bit quicker. So, will I end up in room 8? No. It's taking me to room 0. Right, I need to find where it was saying room 0 then. I've obviously put in the wrong... There's obviously a piece of code somewhere here that's telling it to go to room 0. So I already had a piece of code, so it's jumping to that first, so it must be up here somewhere. There it is. So let's rem that one out. That's probably what was happening. Let R equal 5, continue. It's amazing how much it's lagging since I've put the rooms and coordinates thing up on the screen. There we go. I seem to have missed, seem to have part of my drawer missing at the top there for some reason. Don't know why it's done that. So what happens if I go through there? Nothing's happening at the moment because obviously... Oh, what's happened to... Oh, did you see that? The nasty changed. He morphed into a bat. And he does it again. It's because I'm trying to go out of the room, look. And obviously that part of the code is still working, although the door's not letting me, and it's morphing the nasty. That's pretty cool. There you go. Right, so why hasn't it drawn the top in then? Why didn't it draw the top in? Did anyone see what happened? Door frame has taken it out. Yeah, the door frame should have... I think the door frame should have printed after, maybe. Where is it? 13, where did I put it? 131, that was it, wasn't it? So I'm going R8, go sub. Just how did I do it? How did I do it in my other piece of code? I had it before it. Maybe that should be before it then on this. On my test piece of code, I had the door before the drawer. So in that case, let me change that to RM. And let me change that to top door. Door top. On my test piece of program, that's how I had it. So maybe it's got to be the same for this one. And then I just need to do a bit of program to say, where does that door take you afterwards? So let's go let R equal 5, continue. Just to cheat a bit, to get us there a bit quicker. There we go, we've got no door. Oh, got no door at all now. So, why haven't I got no door? What did I do in my own, in the version I did before this then? Strange. Over 1. Yes, over 1. Okay. Can I just put that there? Do you think? And then go over 0 there. I'm just reading bootlegger. So go subs to it. Over 1's it, and then over 0's it on the way back. I can't understand that though, because on my test code I didn't use over 1, so I don't know why it's done that. Anyway, let's see if it works. Let R equal 5, continue. Well, it's done it, but it's now caused me another problem. I can't understand though why it did it on the test draw that I did away from the game, and yet it's doing it on here, because it shouldn't be any different. It shouldn't be any different from all the others. The frame, it's away from the top, so either I've got one of my dimensions wrong on my draw. I don't think I have though. Where is it? Oh, which one was it again? There we go. List 790. I see Franco said to change that to more or less than 8. I'm guessing that's the case we had another room 9 or something. Right, I can't understand why it's doing that, because it hasn't done it with any of the other rooms. And that... Why did it take the door frame out? It shouldn't have done that. Go sub the door first and then the room. Franco is just put there. So see what that looks like. With the over 1 in. Can you email me the draw? If I... Hang on, I'm just writing in the chat. Take out. I think we already tried that. I already tried that. I already tried it, Franco. The door didn't turn up at all for some reason. I can't understand why it's doing that, because it hasn't done it for any of the other rooms. Why has it decided to take the top off? So I've done it the other way around as you've suggested. It's amazing how much slower it goes when there's a nasty in the room. I'm surprised it's going that slow. It shouldn't. It's almost like maybe something else is being called into play. Yeah, so that's the other way round, look. Why has it done that? Let me go to room a minute. List RM. Ah, could it be that, look, equals 0 to 1 is the top of my draw on the new draw? Is it Is it? No, that's not it, is it? I don't think that's it because it's actually lower than the original. Strange. Let me just put it back to how it 531. Let me just put it back again. My only other thought is it something to do with the respawn of the character taking it out? Let me just run it. Let's I'm pulling, trying to think up anything now. Why it's causing it? See if it does it again. I think my line is slightly lower than the original, and the door frame is taking it out. What I can't understand is when I run it on my test program, it's absolutely fine. Ah, I see. I see what's happening. I think the door needs to be drawn first. The door needs to come up first. Yeah, I see how I did it on the test one. Is it's drawing the inside box with the diagonal lines first, and then it's putting the door in, and then it's drawing the outside line. So the way I'm doing it at the moment, it's drawing the whole room first, and then putting the door in. So it needs to draw that outer line last on the last command. So right, okay, where are we? I have an idea. I've worked out what's going on. Result of that, I've got to work out me draw and higher that line up. That's the only way I can do it. But if I was to do it like this, go sub, which bloody line was it on again? Excuse me a minute. Line 730. It needs to go to 795. List 531 795. 79. List 791 795 795. So I need to go sub there. List. And then 800. It's going to have to be slightly different than the others. And then go to 800. List 531. Right, so I've worked out what's going on now. So we want to go sub. I've just written it down. Where the hell? 795. Then go to the door. and then go sub 800. No, we don't. We want to go 800. That's got to be last. 795. And what I need to do on the end, list 795, I need to put on the end of the last if 8 command, I need to stick a return on it. So what's happening on the test one, it draws the inner box first, then puts the door up, then it puts the frame across. So that's basically what I'm telling it to do now. So hopefully, if I put let R equal 5, continue, just to get there a bit quicker, bring up the trapdoor. I can't just put let R equal 6. It doesn't work for some reason. I think part of the code doesn't compute with it. Right. Anyway, it's nice to see it working as I go through the door. Right, so I needed to do a clear screen. I told it to go sub to the wrong part, so it needs to go sub to 780. $780. $780, then puts the door up. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced because it's going to go there. Might have to put if R equals 8 return. Yes. No, I haven't got the inner block. No, it's gone the other way. Oh, we're nearly there. We're getting it. Oh, I've got to go sub the room back now, haven't I? Fucking just going to be a line full of go subs, this is. So then it clears the screen, then prints the door up, then draws it needs to draw the inner first. I'm getting confused now. Getting bloody confused now. List 780. The easiest thing to do would be to work out that draw and just higher it up a bit. It's because it's too close to the top. Because I'm using the graphic block on the 3 key, my draw line is too close to it. And of course it's just taking it out. I think what I'll do eventually is redraw it, just move those 2 lines up just slightly so it prevents it from doing this, and I haven't got to fuck around with all this then. That would be the easiest solution, is just to move the draw up. It's trying to find where it is on here now. So I'm tempted to stop messing around with it for now and come back to it and move that line up. If I just show you on my screen. So that top line there, I don't know whether my cursor is showing. I don't think it is. Or if that's working. But I need to move that line just above the door slightly up. If I move that line up, it won't be deleted then. My cursor's not working, is it? Never mind. I know what to do. I'm getting myself all confused because I'm telling it to... I wanted to draw the inner box first, which is that one there. That's the outer box. So that's the hang on. Yeah, that's the outer box, that one there. 790. So it should ignore that one anyway. I need it to draw the inner box first, which is 800. $795. So the easiest way to do, if you see the draw line above my door there, it's not interfering with, you've got to imagine there's a space above there because I'm using the 3 key to create the frame, the graphic 3. And that's basically what's happening, is because of that blank, it's right over the top of that draw line. There, so I kind of got it, just need to put the magenta 3 back in. So there you go, that's how I've done it. I've had to put that go to in there so it jumps over to the inner box first. What was it? 730, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, there we go. So list 800. So I went to, it goes to 795, list 795. What I will do eventually is I will work out the draw line and just move it up, and then I won't have to mess with any of this. Get rid of all of this then, just for the sake of moving that line up. It will just save so much hassle. But for now, just to get it working, and I'll come back, I will get rid of all that, so we won't have any of this, unless you want that line to be where it is, close to the frame. There's too many if statements going on there. Now my little man's not running, but sod him for a minute. Let's just get this working. The nasty wasn't moving then for some. Oh, it's because I put let R equal 5. It stopped him. Oh, it didn't do an inc 3. Oh, that's because I didn't change the go sub. We'll get there in a minute. Now I've got to get out of the bloody room now. That should do it now. I had it go into the wrong number. So, one last time. Now that I've worked out what was going on. Yeah, that nasty stopped moving because I put let R equal 5. Obviously, it just corrupted it, and because there wasn't a nasty call to that room, so it just left the old print up of the old nasty. Oh, you bastard. Do you know what? It could stay bloody white as far as I'm concerned. I was convinced it was going to do it. I already had an inc 3 there. Oh, I'll see what I've done. I've put it in the wrong place. Put it in the wrong place. It's because I've gone to 800 first. It should have been down here. Oh, it should have been there. So it should have been 798. If R equals 8, then let inc, then no, not let inc equal 3. Now it should do it. All I've got to do is now go to list 531, change that 800 to 798. There isn't a 900. Which go subs am I going to? Can I not just put the inc 3 in here? Can I not just put the inc 3 in here? Surely that will do it. Wrong number. Yes. Problem is now my man's not moving, so I can't do it that way. trying to work out what I've done here. Go sub 7A, go 7, go sub door, then it goes subs 794. Oh, 7-8. Yeah, hang on. Oh. I put a go to in there, didn't I? Where does it go to? 800. So it goes to 800. So that is what needed to be changed. Right. I forgot about the go to. So where did I put that ink again? Oh, fucking eyesight's going now. There, 798 it needs to go to. Go to, that's where I'm getting confused. I forgot about the go to. 798. Like I say, I will work on that after the stream. Not tonight, but I will move that line up and then I'll get rid of all of that. It's just so I can see it. What am I doing? Right, okay. One last go, and then I want to get on to opening the door for the next one. Let R equal 5, continue, and go through there. Yes. There we go. Finally done it. All that just to get magenta. So there we are. I've now got it up properly, now that I've worked out what was going on. So, like I said, what I might do is just move that line above the door up slightly. But I didn't want to go through all the hassle trying to figure out what draw lines did it, because that could have been a longer process. I shall look into that after the stream, and then I'll go back and I'll delete all of those unnecessarily go subs and go tos afterwards. Now, at the moment, obviously, I can't get out of this room because I haven't given it a command to do so. All it's doing is changing the nasty. So 311 is where my room change needs to be. I'm in room 8, and it's 311. So when I get out 311, I just need to decide what room we are going into then. Oh, finally. Right. What a bloody slog that was. Right. I like it all in magenta as well. We will get colour clash, unfortunately, because that top of the door frame is so close to the top of that line. If I do the door in a different colour. But I quite like it all in the magenta. So I'm going to keep it that way, I think. Right. So let's go 1, 3, 2. I'm starting to run out of place. We'll go 1, 3, 3. If R equals 8, then if Y equals 3 and X equals 11, then beep. I'm going to get rid of that. In fact, let me pull down another one that's already made up. So I'll put that at 1, 3, 3. So if R equals 8, Y equals 3, 11, then beep, go sub room. Now because it's I'm going to have to put in there, let R equal. Now I'm trying to think of a room where the door is at the bottom. So let's just scroll up and find one. So there's one there, that's 6. We don't want 6. I need to delete that rem. That doesn't need to be in there anymore. So we've got a door bottom there. So if I go let, if y equals then go sub room. If I let it go, no, that's room 5. Scroll. Let's take it up a little. What's 3? 3.5. That's door top, door left. I'm looking for a door bottom. Where are you? There we go. If R equals 3, am I go sub? Door bottom, door top, table, right? So 2.5. I shouldn't need to put all of this in because we're only going one way. We're not going back in. I'm wondering whether I need to put all of that in. So I'm in room 8. Then if those coordinates hit that, then it's going to go to let R equal 2.5. Let me just see what happens. I might have to put the door and everything back in, I'm not sure. You must be sick and tired of watching this now. Unfortunately, it's part of the process, isn't it? I will save in a minute. I just caught Franco telling me to save. Right, we're in that room. Yeah, I'm going to have to put the doors back in. So I'm in there, but the door needs to go back in. Because I'm in 2.5. So if I scroll up here, just to figure out what's actually in 2.5. I think it's room 2 actually. It should be not 2. Me 0.5s are like me doorways, so that might be wrong. My eyesight is sticking playing games on me now. think what I'll do is, because I am getting tired of this, I'll get this working and then I might move on. I downloaded the games that some of the audience members have made and I'm going to have a look at those. So I just want to get this working. You can see I'm getting tired. Let 5. You know what I mean? Making mistakes. Still made some progress tonight. You know, I've got a two-dimensional array system working for the keys. Just got to work out where we're going to put stuff. This was just trying to get this fancy room to load up. Had a few snags with that, with the top of the door frame taking it out, but I can fix that. Yeah, I need to put the doors in then, don't I? So whatever room 2 is. So let's just run room 2. Let's walk into room 2. That's the easiest thing to do, rather than me trying to find it on the code. Be a lot quicker. So I'm in room 0. It didn't make life easy for me myself by using 0.1s, you know. So room 2. Now he should have spawned there really. So first of all I need that. So he spawns at 15. Pens run out. 1511. Y equals 15. X equals 11. We've got door left, door bottom. Now if I put that in, fingers crossed, that is all that it needs, he says. Let R equal 2. Go sub room. Go sub door right. Go sub door bottom. Let Y equal 15. Let X equal 11. And that should be it. Need to bring in the old positions as well. Let OY equal Y, let OX equal X, let OY equal poke. Let OY equal Y, let OX equal X. Right, that's easier than trying to read all that code. Just go to the room and then you can jot the door number where the door positions are. And now this should work if I haven't written those, messed up them variables. Right, let R equal last time 5. Please let this be the last time. Right, there we go. Cool. There we go. Apart from I've put door right when it should have been door left. Right. Okay, I know that's going to work now. So, oh dear, what a bloody slog that was. Oh dearie me. No, I've got the other. We've got a room 8 in there now. I just need to sort that drawer line out, like I keep saying, and then I can get rid of all of that kerfuffle to get it to not take the top of the door, you know, top of that line out. Anyway, let's save that now. Let's make sure. Be clear, be clear. I'm going to say draw line, so then I know when I go back that's what I need to fix. But I'll do that off the stream. I'll sort that out, clear all of those commands that I've put in there just to get around that. So now we have a number 8 room working. So if anyone would like to design one of the rooms, then just let me know, like I did there on that little, and I'll send you, if you send me an email, I'll send you the dimensions for the inner box with the diagonals, and then you can design, as long as you're within those measurements. So Coyote, if that's something you'd like to do, please, you know, I think you said you've emailed me. I'll quite happily let you get more. You seem to know your way around the draw command. I see you've sent me an email to do with the table and the clock, so I will look at that. Let's just have a little walk around. I was hoping to get a little bit more done tonight, to be fair. I'm a little bit disappointed, but you know, we were on it last night. I was on it Thursday, Friday. It's been a long hog on this. Get off. Just want to look at the nasty code in a minute, just to see if I actually did anything to it before I went last night. I don't know what I actually did. I wanted to put some more mushrooms in somewhere as well, because they're only in that room at the moment. It's a nice looking game though. Yeah, I think it's turned out all right, this one. Almost thinking to myself, are you sure this is in basic? It's looking that good. And I'm not just being big-headed. But I think we've done a nice job at this. It's not looking... I think it would win a prize. You know, if there was a competition going, I wouldn't hesitate in entering this. So let's just see if... I'll tell you what we'll do. Just want to make sure our key and everything's still working. I still like the idea of all of those doors being locked, and as you unlock them they relock again as you leave, but only one key will come up at that time to unlock. I just think it will save on code if I have too many keys to collect. At the moment it's just the routine is resetting, so you've just got the one variable for the key all the time, and all I've got to do is change in the two-dimensional array which door it's going to open every time. you bastard? You got me, and I got no lives left. Oh well. Right, let's have a look at the code a minute, because to me it should be running a little bit quicker than it is when the nasty is in the room. So I just want to double check that I haven't got it calling to anything else at the same time. I don't think I have, because if you remember, if we go down the bottom, if bad equals 0, then we jump up, we go to 50. So from 200 down to 260 is the extras for the nasty. So it finishes there. So yeah, I suppose there is, is there any way we can make that quicker, to make that nasty not affect our movement so much? Even when I remmed out the ABS, it didn't make any difference in the speed. If I just rem that out just to show you, so the collision now has basically been disabled. To me, it doesn't feel any different in speed. So he moves lovely when there's nothing in the room with him. I'd love it to be that speed all the way through, but I don't think I'm going to achieve it. Now the nasty's in the room. So, okay, there is a slight difference with the ABS switched off, I must admit. It is a little bit quicker. So maybe it is that what is causing the problem, because yeah, I must admit it is running a lot smoother. So it's got to be that collision detection. Do I try changing it to ATTR to see if it'll make any difference? The only problem if I do that is I'm going to have ATTR for all 4 points outside of him, I think. Let me quickly try something. See if that's any quicker. I think we tried it before, didn't we? But it didn't pick up the collision very well. I think there was a problem with the collision detection when I did it this way. Because I know from past experience, ABS can be quite slow. Well, he got him. Does it look any faster? You never get the nasty to hit you when you want it to. Let me try a different room. Maybe the big nasty's in there. Nah, see, walked right through him. He went right through him then. So it's not working as well. Look, he went through him again. So the ABS is certainly a lot more efficient, as in working, than giving me a reading for what I'm getting with the ATTR. So for that reason, I think I'm going to stick with the ABS. I find with a lot of the basic stuff I make, it's always the collision detections that kind of slow it down because it's doing that check all the time. Is the print right? Can I improve that? I don't see how I can. It needs to print the nasty up on the screen. Yeah, I agree, Lex. It's gonna absolutely, invariably is gonna slow it down. But what else can I use? It's the only thing that's really working well. What about the point command? Would the point command be any better? So the thing is, that might affect other stuff, you know? That's the only problem. Because I'm collecting things as well, so the point's going to interfere with that. Where the ABS is working really well as a collision, you know, it's working, it's just slow. Or the other option is I completely change. I mean, look, that's a nice speed at the moment with nothing. I mean, it's not. Is it just me? It's not that bad. But I would have liked it to have kept the same pace, but it's not. I've played worse. Right, what I wanted to do, I'm getting back into it now, so I just will keep going. Where's the mushrooms? And the mushrooms are in the main loop because we kept them in the main loop so we could keep that color changing, that color change, random color going. Yeah, I think we'll keep it as it is. I mean, someone's just said it's fine. It's not too bad, is it? It's just me being a little bit like, come on, wake up, go a bit quicker. But I don't think we're going to get it to go any quicker. We're never going to get the same speed as the original. I mean, considering it is in basic, I don't think it's bad at all, to be fair. So let me have a little walk around. I want to work out a few things now. I do like the mushrooms changing colour, so I wanted to keep them in the main loop just to keep the random colour changing. I think it think it needs it. Another thing I didn't check is to see if the wine glass comes back in after I have collected the first artifact. So I'm going to try and do that now without getting killed. Yeah, the speed's not too bad, to be fair. You got me! Bastard. I can't move! I am moving. Oh, just to prove that the three-dimensional array is working, because everything's zeroed out at the moment, it would have put the key into room 0, which is the very first room. So just to show you, the key will now be in this room down here. Please be in there. There it is. So the two-dimensional array is working because it's placed the key in there. I can pick it up, but it's not going to do. It'll pick up all right, but it won't. It won't open anything at the moment because I haven't got that bit working. So at least I know the two-dimensional array is working. And now the wine glass should also be back into play. So I wanted to check that as well. That was something else I haven't checked yet, because I turned it back on after you collect the first artifact. Well, part of the shield anyway. The POW shield. Maybe that should be the name of the game, because the shield's got POW written on it. I'm not 100% keen on the name, if I'm to be honest. Basic Basin, or whatever it was called. Basement. It's okay, but I don't know. There we go. Now it won't open that door because it's now gone on to the two-dimensional array and it's on line 2. And of course, I've just got it zeroed out. But do you see what I mean? Should we have that door locked again? And if you imagine all these other doors are locked now, I've got a key and I've got to work out which, you know, I've got to walk around the room until I find the correct door it opens with the latest key I've picked up. I think all the doors in this room should always be locked when you enter. There we go. I've put the 2 mushrooms in there as well. What I was thinking about doing with that actually is working out the random number and then maybe having them move in different areas every time. So if we look at that, I need to know, in fact, continue. I'd like to randomly place them from, say, there. So if I go print X, so that's 6. So from 6 on the X, continue. Maybe somebody in the chat room can work out the equation. Print X, 18. So on the X, it would be 6 and 18. So I need a random generator for 6 to 18. And then for the Y's, so we'll go from there. Print Y, be 5. Where's me X? We'll just yeah, that's the X. Me Y will be 5. Continue. Not clear. Don't clear it. Continue. Continue. Where are you? To there. Print Y. 14. So my Y's have got to be 5 to 14 and my X 6 to 18. Now I'm not the best at doing randoms. So what I was thinking of, because these are on ATTR, I can move them around wherever I like. So I was thinking put a random call in there. So your Y would be 5 to 14. And your X 6 to 18. So what's that first one? 12 to 6. I see we've got people in the chat room giving me the numbers already. Brilliant. Let me get them in there. So that first one, 5 to 14, 6 to 18. So my X coordinates are 5 to 14 on the Y, sorry. Y is 5 to 14, X is 6 to 18. I see you've put numbers down there, but what is for what? So my X will be you're all chucking random numbers down there, but you're not telling me whether they're for the Y or they're for the X. So I'm just guessing with what I'm seeing in the chat room. What Coyote's written that one. Now, has I got that in the right place? Y is int destroyed has given me the one for the y position times 9 plus 5. Yeah. Now, so what might happen though is obviously I've got 2 of them in there. Where are they? Is there a chance we're going to end up with the same random number? So maybe make the next one within them limits I've just given you. So the next one maybe on the X go. So if I say let the Y I'll write down them ones that Franco's just given me. Right. Okay. Let's see what happens. I think they're on an ATR anyway. So let's go and find some mushrooms. Hopefully they're going to be in different positions. There we go. Oh, they're turning up everywhere. You know why, don't you? It's because I've got them in the main loop and they're just going to be constantly printing in random positions. They're not going to stay. I don't think my idea is going to work, is it? Oh dear. That didn't quite go to plan. I wasn't expecting that. It's because I've put if r equals 3, because it equals 3, doesn't it? So it's just going to keep on bloody doing it. How the hell am I going to get around that? Those random calls would probably have to be maybe on a variable in the room before it or something. I don't know. Yeah, use varies for x and y. Yeah, variables. I think that's how I'm going to have to do it. Destroyed. Oh well. Let me write down them random numbers because the chat is soon going to disappear and I won't get them again. And I'll have to put them in a random thing so they're always in a different place when you go in there. So we've got do you know, I almost love it more when it doesn't work because then you've got to solve it. It gives you something to do. And the other one was just means another bloody variable, doesn't it? Now two more, but in fact, I could do them all on the same one, couldn't I? My worry is what happens if they both end up being the same. I'd have to do some sort of code then to prevent it from coming with the random number twice. I think I might have to top my glass up here. I'm getting a little bit low on the old beer. Right, where's list 715 variables? Right, okay, so dear, variables. I could just do one set of variables maybe for this. No, two sets just for the y and x coordinates and use them. Or we have one set, the variables, the random calls are different. So one random calls are different than the other random call. What was those numbers I said again? Where did I write it down? Yeah, so I've got a y at 5 and 14 and an x at 6 to 18. We could also have a y, bring it further in, say. Let's just do the one first. See if I can actually get this to work properly. Now, where am I going to put these variables? If I just put them there for now, I need to work out what I haven't used. I don't think I've used E or F yet. Definitely haven't used Z. Yeah, what I've done with those coordinates I gave you, I left a gap so you could still get round the door. So if these random calls are correct, it won't block the doorway sunburst. Hopefully, he says. I hope so. Anyway, +5. In fact, if I call that ZX, and that's ZY, then I know that that's the Y, and that's the X. Haven't you got the lower parts of the shield swapped around in line 725? Yes, Franco, that's what I'm thinking. So as you go into that room, there's only two rooms. So as I go in, I set the uh, the random call there. Why I'm putting them at 745, I have no idea at this moment in time. But they go in there for a moment. Let me just look at what you're saying about your shield. List 725. No, that's right. Oh no, you're right. Yes, I've got them the wrong way round. Well spotted, my man. Well spotted. How did you spot that? Well done. Yeah, it should be like that. Sorry. Yeah, well spotted. Good job. I came to this part of the screen, wasn't it? As I would have never have spotted that until we ran the game and got to that part. 745. So that doesn't really need to be there. That should be where we go into that room. So list. My mushrooms are going into room 3 and room 8 at the moment. The thing is, Franco, I was actually thinking about putting random calls on those room numbers as well. So they're not always in those rooms. So they just randomly place in other rooms. But they'd have to go into rooms where there's no furniture. So I'd have to work out which rooms they have to go into. But for now, we'll just leave it at 3 and 8. So if I go into my room changes, so where it goes to line, where it goes into room 3, let R equal 2.5. We've got R equal 2.5. Let's just a case of trying to find it now. If R equals 3 and Y equals 9, I'll just put them at the end. Just put them at the end. Oh God, for goodness sake. Yeah. 734. 534. Nothing there. Not going to delete it, is it? Right. Now to go back to my mushrooms. Right, let's find those mushrooms again and see what happens. Am I going to have a mushroom farm again? Should hopefully only have the 2 mushrooms in different locations. They shouldn't be blocking the door if those random calls have been calculated correctly. I've only got 1. I bet it's printed over the top of it. And it's not flashing colour either. What have I done? Oh, I've deleted the bloody ink, haven't I? Yeah, so it's randomly calling them. It's just it's the second one. I need to work out how to stop it from calling the same. I have put different call points in for that because they're both on the same line, so it's obviously going to do it. And this will do them as different variables as well. Problem is they're both on the same line. There we go. Oh, one of my random positions isn't correct. Doesn't seem to be moving. We've got a mushroom on the ceiling. So one of me random calls is wrong. So what I want is now I want a random call for where he is there. So print Y. So it needs to be from 9. Continue. If I do the other one about there. Oh, this is your X. Oh no. Oh, continue. X. So it's 15. That second random number thing that was given is wrong. It's ending up being too high. Print X. That should have been 8. So I need an X. Random call 8 to 15. 8 to 15 on the X. And the new Y one has to be for goodness sake. Yeah, that second one's wrong. I put it from there. Print Y, so it'd be 6. So the new Y has to be 6 to continue. Let's bring him down. Print Y 6 to 13. So I need a random call 6 to 13 for the Y, and for the X I need 8 to 15. You might be able to use more or less to put them in separate character spaces, Alex. Really glad you found that out now, Alex. Never thought of that myself. I don't know what I'm not too sure what you're talking about. Sorry, Let's. I'm not sure what you mean. Let Y 8 times. Coyote, thank you for the Y. I just need one for the X now. X was 6 to 13. I'll let you guys do it. I'm brains hurting. Oh, I'm going to go and get a drink. So I just need one for the X, 8 to 15. And that hopefully will sort that out. I was commenting on the mushrooms being in separate character spaces from one another, as well as discovering that the mushrooms ended up on the wall instead of the floor. Okay. Get what you mean. No problem. Coyote, no. 8 to 15, yes. No, yes, 8 to 15. 8 to 15. I've never been good at working out these random calls. Yeah, 8 to 15. Sorry. Eight plus 8, yeah. Now, there's a chance they still might print over one another, but I've got them in the same print statement, so unless what Let's has said about the more or less command. I'll have to have a play with it. Let's just see what it does now. I'll try and get it off the wall, off the ceiling. Right, let's see where they are now. Right, cool. Go back out. There is a chance that they might block that top doorway. Might have to bring the random... As long as they stay inside that box, I don't really care. White upper limit should be lower by 1. Yeah, I think I agree with you. It was too far at the bottom, wasn't it? Yeah, that one down the bottom, it ain't much use there. It needs to be near enough where I'm standing, which would be print Y 11. So, oh dearie me. Right, where is it? Line 533. I think it's the second one. I'm just going to go and get a drink. Oh, you're saying that one should be 7 plus 6, yeah? Okay. I'm just going to get a refill. Mushrooms can appear at your room entry position, meaning you get hit before having chance to move. Well, I was hoping that the numbers I gave you, I estimated it that they should be away from the doors. So the random calls should have been, oh, come on. So they should have been from there. So that if that was a mushroom, so print Y should have been 6, which we've got 6. Continue, and the other one should be about there, say. Print Y. So it should have been 6 to 13. So it won't go any further than that. And then on the other end, on the X's, it should have been about there. Print X. So that's 6 again. So at the moment I've got 8. So and continue. $17. So those numbers we've got, we should be all right. Should be. Should be all right with those numbers. Let me have a walk through and see. Still need to put the joystick on this so I can give the keyboard a rest. Let me go out in and out of here a few times, see where they print. You can get past that, can't you? You get past that okay to get out? Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that at the moment. That game over needs to be changed. It shouldn't. We don't want the wine bottle filling back up. We're dead, so it's not going to fill back up. So that's something else I need to move about. But apart from that, the mushrooms have been done. Okay, got a text message coming through here. Pete has made a suggestion for some fancy. I might have to write this in, Pete, on a separate test. He's given me some code to try on the main menu. But what I'll do, Pete, if you don't mind, I'll write that out, what you've sent me, on a bit of a test thing, so work out what I can do with it. Looks good. I like that. Rainbow. How did you do that? That's pretty cool. Yeah. Let me look at that during the day tomorrow. I like that. That's, don't know how you've managed. Obviously, the chat haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, but I'm looking at a message that my friend Peach just sent me. He's obviously watching the stream, and he's asked me to try putting this little routine he's got here with a border colours for when you push the keys at the main menu. But I'll have a look at that tomorrow and perhaps implement that in there. Anyway, guys, I didn't want to do a late one tonight. I'm absolutely knackered doing any more programming. So what I'm going to do is quickly look at these games that I downloaded today, because I've had a bit of a guts full of this one now. I'm getting a little bit fed up with it, to be fair. I need a break. So where did I put them? On that disc there. Right, so I'm going to unplug the green. Just check it did save. I saved it as mushrooms. So there it is. So I'm going to unplug the USB. And I'm going to plug this one in. And I'm going to look at these games that have... One of them I'm not going to look at because he's not in the chat room. Indy. Indy in the chat room? No, I don't think so. Okay, right. YouTube audience games, I called it. Now, these are games that Bootlegger sent in. He actually did some work on the C5 game. Okay, so we'll look at that one first. The CT game, the one that's labelled CT, I'm not going to show you that one because the guy that did it isn't here. So I'd rather show that one when he's here. But that is to do with the platform. I suppose I could show it. I could always show it again, couldn't I, when he's here? It's to do with the platform game we've been working on. Then we got Franco's helicopter game. And then yesterday, I don't think he's here either, Gaming Bloke. I downloaded the correct file that he wanted me to yesterday, but he's not in the mix either by the looks of it. So let's have a look at what Bootlegger did. Now, he's told me that I have to type in load twice to get to that one. And these are the improvements that he's made to the game. Okay. And I will stick this underneath the itch next to Franco's. I'll have a look at his code in a minute. So the problematic areas were where the nasties fire back at us. So I just want to see if he's managed to improve that slightly or completely, hopefully. So far, so good. It's working well. Now this will be the interesting bit. He's changed the laser slightly to just one loop on the laser, which to be fair is probably better, especially on the basic, because it just runs that little bit quicker, doesn't it? Seems all right so far, so it looks like he's done some good improvements. Another problem, oh, let's see if this works. Yes, that one's all right. Oh, we've got two coming up. We've got three coming up. Four. So we shouldn't have that, but let's see if that bit works. Okay, let's have a quick look at the code. Nope. Have I downloaded the right one? Refractor, the C5 shooter, still a whip. Stuck in a loop. Have I downloaded the right one, bootlegger? Or was there another one after that? I don't want to, want to make sure I put the right one. Still a whip. Anyway. So, just have a quick browse through. I'm not going to go into it in any depth. So the rainbow, yes, Raptor 2 was the latest. Yeah, okay, so I'm on the right one. Some interesting code, isn't it? Yeah, I can see some new stuff been put in there. Let ACOL equal, so yeah, okay, using variables to call the ATTR. Oh, cool. Interesting. Let's run it again. There is something else after this as well that I'll boot up in a minute. I prefer your laser shooting, definitely, from the C5. Just the single loop. And I see we've got 16 score now for the Acorn, and 48 for the CPC, and 56 for the Atari. that works. So all in all, good effort, you know. Brilliant. I'll put it up on the itch. But feel free to do more to it if you like. I'm just reading the comments at the same time. There was something else that he put on here as well that I wanted to show you, which I thought was pretty cool. So hold key to go faster, press key to step through. So if we hold a key down, look at that. I thought that was pretty cool. Nice little effect there with the colours. Or you just push one at a time. So yeah, nice little program. I like that. Very good. Cool, isn't it? I like that. Very cool. I'm trying to think what I could use it for. Don't think there was anything else on there, was there? No. So, thank you, Bootlegger, for having a go at the C5 game. Nice one. Well played. Now, the CT game, I will show it, although he's not here. This was by Indy. He sent this to me yesterday. This has actually been compiled. Now, it's the first level of the platform game. So, Crabtree the pirate has been robbed during the night and is very upset about it. He needs your help to find all his stolen treasure, which, unbeknown to him, the thief scattered all around the island. You'll need your wits about you as you'll encounter obstacles along the way. Will you help him find it? Hit space, me little hearties. And he's done some scrolling text down there at the bottom, look. Greetings, animated Alex viewers. Welcome to Pirate of the 8-Bit Seas. Keys are Q up, A down, O left, P right, and space stroke M for jump. Original idea and game programming by Animated Alex, with additional programming support by Indies. Okay, so let's have a look at it. So this is his version. As you can see, it's been compiled, so it's really fast. But his little jump routine, I prefer it. Look, it's more of an arch. Oh, off the end I go. But I do like his jump. He did send me the basic code, which is on a... I haven't downloaded that. This was the first one he sent me. So I don't know what happens when you collect all the coins in his version, because I haven't been able to do it yet, because it's... See if I can do it tonight. No, I don't look like I'm going to, does it? But I do prefer his jump routine to the one I've got on the game at the moment. Must admit, I do prefer it. It's a little bit perhaps on the fast side, but that's just me. I'm so used to playing this in slow mode. Quite like what he's done with the border, just a black border as well. That looks quite cool. Now, when I tried to compile the one that we've been making with the 3 levels, it wouldn't compile because it didn't like the 3-dimensional array that I've put into it for some reason. I don't think he's done an array on this. Oh, you can't jump across like in the original. You got to jump. Okay, one more go. So you can't slide across, you just fall straight down. Yes, you did. I showed it on the last... I did show it, Franco, on the last platform live stream. Your jump routine. Because I put it in. And I'm sure I did. I did a version of your jump routine. I'm sure I showed it to you. If not, I'll dig it out. So that's his version. I don't know what level 2 does. I'm not going to be able to complete this, am I? Because it's just too fast for me. But I'm sure the more experienced game player would be able to do it. Oh, maybe I can do it. Oh, bugger. Okay. Right. So, talking to Franco. I sent a jump routine. The water is green and the character seems like a helpful suit. It's Gordon. Yeah, the jump is definitely better. So I want to improve the jump. We're going to have to improve the jump in the platform game next time we're on it. And Franco, I'm pretty sure I showed your routine. But we will have a look at it when we go back to that. At the moment, we're going to look at your helicopter game. So this is Franco's helicopter game. So let's run the game. So let me write this down because I'm going to forget most of this. So it's D drop the charge. F lay the floor. L make a ladder. Q to get into the helicopter. A to get out of the helicopter. Space to quit. I think he did tell me that he hasn't finished this yet. It's a bit of a project he's been working on, and he's basically had enough of it. So let's have a look. So as you can see in the top left hand corner there, I've got a little character walking around. Now I'm going to get into the helicopter, which is pretty cool because it starts off going slow and then going fast, and now we can take off. So I'm assuming we can now land. Oh, I crashed it. What happened then? Oh look, the little man that I'm walking down the bottom. Can you see him? So I'm assuming we've got to collect things eventually. Have we got to collect those boxes? What was that just spurted up? So we can't go that way. So let's go back to the helicopter then. Or can I fall through there? Right, okay, so you've got to collect those black bits of the gold, which are the black boxes there. And that's fuel. How do I get that one in the middle? With Can I get that one down there? Or am I going to end up in the water? Or can I swim? Oh, it's not in the water. It's a bomb! Oh, how am I going to get back? How do I get back? F to lay the floor. Oh, so I can lay new floor. L to make a ladder. Oh, okay. So you can make a ladder. So F to lay floor, L to make ladder. I got you. I got you now. Right, let me have a little play in the helicopter first. I want to see if the helicopter goes to a different room. This is pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Look, it scrolls. How cool is that? So we've got a little bit of a map to explore. Can we turn the helicopter around? Oh, look. Yeah, look, he's done like a turn as well. Look. That's pretty neat. Anything else this way? No, it looks like it's it. So let's go back. So how do I land? I'll just gently go down. How do I get out of the helicopter? There we go. This is well cool. Oh, I put a ladder up. Whoops, that was what I meant to push D. So there we go. Look, putting a floor. Oh! So let's put a ladder up. And it stopped. And he did say there's some obviously machine code in this as well, but the majority of it is in BASIC. I think you should carry on with this, Franco. It's got a lot of potential. Nice little game. I think you should do more to it. Definitely, because you said it's not finished yet. Some of this code I'm reading now, it's going right over my head, being a bit of a novice when it comes to some of this. So there we go. Very good. Very good. Love it. Yeah. Very nice little game. I think you got the makings of something good here. I think you should continue with it. So it was D to drop a charge. Why is... Oh! Oh, what happened then? Oh, what was the button to lay a floor again? F. Ah, yeah. I want to just quickly lay a floor. Oh, it started off where I left off, look. And I put a... So you can actually lay a floor, look, as well. Reminds me a little bit like Lemmings, you know, with the small print. Apart from we got a helicopter. Let me take a little trip in that again. Can I go this way? No. Can't go that way. Okay. Moving on. Just looking at the time. The rollerboard menu from Retro Gaming Bloke, who I don't think it's in the chat tonight. But this is the file I should have downloaded. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Still on Franco's. This was the file I should have downloaded last night, apparently. I don't think we had that yesterday, did we? I don't think we had that music. I can't remember that. So this was the version which I should have downloaded yesterday. As you can see, we're now leaving like a black trail behind us. I thought he said the menu version you could make games or something. I can't remember what he said now. I'd love to be able to make games like this. If only I could play them. So I think the only difference is we've got a black trail of puff behind us. Don't get much of a chance to jump him, do you? You are in control of a cleaning bot. Clear as many cobwebs as you can. Okay. Okay, guys, so I think that I won't play too much of that. We saw it yesterday, but that was the version I should have downloaded. Yeah, good stuff. I'm sure he said though there was there was something in this version where you could make little games, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyway, LBAC. So, is it? It's not on here, is it? I was going to quickly show you the version with your jumping, Franco, but I don't think I've got it on here anymore. I'll have to dig it out and find it. Oh, sorry, there was another game. There was another game, sorry, that I haven't put on here. Hang on with me a sec. Hang on. I've forgotten to put a game on there. Bear with me. I just thought then, where is it? It's not there. I've just remembered. I don't know whether he's in the chat room, but this is a game that was sent to me as well. And apologies. Oh, it is on there. It's not showing up. The game is called Pengu, P-E-N-G-U-U. Unfortunately, the Spectrum does not like the ZXS file. And it won't open it, unfortunately. It will play on Fuse, though. Let me see if I can do a bit of jiggery pokery with the screen and get it up so you can see it. I've just shut it down. Where's it gone? Oh, I'm getting this a lot. Let me try again. Right. Yeah, it's not liking the file format for some reason. If I move that out of the way, and bring that one into play. Can you see that all right? Let me just look at the other screen. Excuse me while I just move the screen around. Can you see that now? I'm just looking at the other laptop. There we go. I'm still not 100% very good with this this app, this OBS stuff. I didn't see the instructions. Let me quickly have a look. These are the emails. Excuse the emails coming up here. I'm having all sorts of... I'll go for this. Doesn't seem to be any instructions here. So, no, it doesn't seem to be any. Anyway, I've lost the game. Where's it gone? Fuse keeps crashing. It does not like that ZX. See, I keep getting this message coming up. Anyway, I'm sure I can work it out. Press any key to start. So I can make it a bit bigger. ZXS. It's a good little game as well. You can hear it playing a tune as he walks. Yeah, I don't do instructions. I'm assuming I've got to push the boxes onto them. Is there a key? Oh yeah, space bar. Right, okay. Got him. Got him. What's that mean? I can't push downwards. Can only push up. Oh, you can push side. Maybe you can push downwards. It won't let me push down. Can it push downwards? It won't let me push down for some reason. It won't let me push at all now. Oh yes, it does. Pushing the wrong button. Right, okay, I kind of got the idea. You got to splat the nasties, yeah? With the boxes. Got him. Oh, press spacebar, it destroys the ones near the walls. Oh, he took me box. Got two then. Ah, nice little game. I like it. Very cool. Missed him. Got him. Ah! They eat the bloody boxes. Cool little game, this. You can crush the eggs too. I think I'll quit programming. I'm not as good. Ah! Gotta be quick, haven't you? I love the little music you've put into this that it plays. How did you manage to do that? So was this programmed purely in machine code, or was it basic with machine code? I don't know. Let us know what language you used to program this in, please. Because it's a nice little game. Oh, I could have got him then. Oh, I got two in a row. Ah, you bastard. This could have been a little character in the ATIC ATAC game, look, this little man. We could have had him in the ATIC ATAC game. He's only one user-defined graphic, isn't he? You know, we could just have the side view. The front view, sorry. Very good. Very nice game. Well done. Anyway, guys, it's 20 past 11. I am going to call it a night tonight. It's been a hard slog for me since Thursday doing these. I'm worn out. I've had enough now. So I am going to call it a night. Thank you to everyone who watches the live streams. I don't know when I'm going to be back to do a next live stream. I will have to let you know during the week. But as always, thank you so much. Remember, please hit the like button and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to call it a night. It's 20 past 11. Well, 22 minutes past 11. You know, I do these live streams for about 4 to 5 hours sometimes, and I'm now knackered. I've been on them since Thursday, for goodness sake. Or was it Friday? I can't remember. I can't remember what day I did it. Anyway, yeah, thank you. Just remember, please hit the like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you like what you see. And if you have made a game, I will quite happily showcase it on the channel. It doesn't have to be basic. If you're a machine coder, I will quite happily showcase the game on the streams. We've done a lot of basic programming over the last couple of days, and it's time to switch off. I'm going to have a break now for a day or two before I jump back on the Spectrum to do a bit more. So good night to you all, and I'll no doubt will be in contact with a few of you during the week. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one.